Hello, I'm Philos, and today I want to take you through a campaign film I scored called Why Do You Run for Philos Running.
Why do you run?
So firstly, what is this film? Well, you can see it down in the description, but it's a campaign film of two halves. The first half is of these women warming up and getting ready for a run and explaining why they like running. And then the second half is they've come back from a run and you get to see all their emotion and beautiful camera work, basically. Showcasing their clothing, shoes, whatnot. So let's start with the first half. So for the first half of this project, I really wanted to ape the sound of an orchestra warming up, but I didn't want it to be too on the nose or direct, so I've drenched it all in reverb and I've added lots of woodwind trills doing their warming up and strings doing their warming up as well. I've also added some piano flair. But I didn't want it to sound too like the PS3 opening sound. Each instrument has its own reverb, so this flute, for example, has the Valhalla Supermassive reverb, just to give it some of its own personal space and drown it with the rest of the instruments. So with the clarinets, it creates this cacophony of sound. I specifically liked this shot, and that sort of gave me the idea for these flutes to go up and down like that, just to sort of pendulum going up and down. I thought it worked really well.
Competitive, and I like to challenge myself and my body. Why do you run?
So yeah, for this second half, I really wanted to drive home the emotion, and I really wanted to make you feel like you were with these women or one of these women. So I used various techniques to enforce that. One thing I used was the drums, being very heavy and EQ'd all the way down with a low pass filter, which gives this sort of feeling of like a heartbeat almost. But that coupled with another thing that I did, which was having a woman's breathing in and out in time with the music, again drenched with reverb. This allows the music to ebb and flow naturally like the women are breathing. But to add more to the sound, I also added some white noise with lots of EQ movement and to sort of improve the sound a bit. I think if you take that out of the mix, you really miss something about it. sort of, it sort of feels more rushed, and you want it to sort of linger a bit more, I feel. I really like the use of choirs because it gives you such a emotional response when you hear it, because it is physically a human using their voice. So I added this choir to do the harmony. That, with all the rest of the orchestra, really glues it together, I feel. Makes it a human story. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of my track of this campaign, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.